Okay, the bot's ignoring Ochre, but then it seems fine now. Everything's good. The bot had a lapse in just existence. But we are off. Looking like a tier 3 crackball immediately. Check that and reset if it's a pawnbroker. It is a pawnbroker. Ochre going the wrong way a bit. We'll be able to screen watch and see that it is, in fact, never the food shop. But a good pickup for Ochre immediately. Bomb Charm. As Biggie checks the shop, then resets to be in a better position. Biggie definitely someone to despite the bullet and reset if it means that they can get a better build or something, but you know, of course in this case it just stops them from needing to backtrack. But good bomb for Ochre there. Remembering Bomb Charm, unlike me. But this shop is pretty solid. There's definitely items that you want. All three of them. But it's not good enough to kill. Inside the blood shop, there is Snowbro, Ham, and Gold Warhammer. "24 more cookies to go, let's go." We're almost there. We also need, you know, 30 spike traps next to each other. On the way to the exit as well. Just a path of spike traps leading directly to the exit. But Ochre making their way down to the Zone 1 boss, which will be Fortissimo. Biggie on 1-3, spending a bit of extra time to build, but really not finding much more than Ochre has. And in black will be iMouse. Didn't realize I was capturing mouse. I can disable that pretty easily. 1 second. Capture cursor's off. Nope, it's on for the second one. But Ochre. Okay, Ochre not having any weapon. Yes, that's not a good thing. We'll just jump into an armadillo, having to cut their losses. Not any immediate relief in the weapon department in sight. As Biggie will check purple for some earth tomes. Has a bit of space to work with after that mishap on Ochre's end, and we got a pretty good value bomb for cheese as well. But Biggie continuing to try to build up here. Definitely someone whose strategy is to build up early on. And not finding anything so far, but there is an Obsidian Cat. That is great! 2-1 transmog. Don't usually expect good transmogs out of 2-1, but we have an Obsidian Cat, so the risk paying off. Luckily not being left with some kind of horrible whip, but nonetheless. Spending a bit more time on 2-1. Build up here. Is there anything that's worse? A few things. And big dicks as well for Biggie! This transmog on 2-1, surprisingly effective in bringing out the goodies. Biggie taking a small hit there, but not having too much health to work with. The health could end up valuable down the line. Yeah, a class whip for Biggie. Ocre found that. That still wouldn't have been that good. And Biggie checking the lock shop for 1 heart of magic cheese. Could have been 2 if it weren't for that mishap with the mole. And on to 2-3 for Biggie, finding transmute tomes, but likely will opt to keep these earth tomes. Ballet shoes for Biggie, it seems, so going to be pretty happy with that, with the obsidian cat. Biggie tapping space. And keeping big digs, so move dig as well for Biggie here. It's Ocre. Doing the screen watching will know what to do in the transmog. So Biggie not being able to find a build footing in Zone 1. After Ocre going down in Zone 2, we'll have the space to conjure up something. Should I say transmog up something? That doesn't sound right. In Zone 2. Ocre spending a bit of time. We'll do the same thing as Biggie did, except we'll take the obsidian shovel, given... Wait. Why leave behind big digs? Big digs are good. Big digs you'll be on 3 dig anyways. That has to be a mistake then. Can't really think why you would have obsidian over big digs. Dig level 4, obviously. But Biggie finding cheeses left and right. Definitely going to be happy with that. Gonna be able to top off their health with just spontaneous cheeses. And a pretty solid bomb on the exit for 3-2 for Biggie. Ocre managing to catch up now, about a floor behind. And yes, having a floor lead to build, but Ocre simply screen watching, knowing exactly what to do in Zone 2 to get the important items, will have that lead pretty much diminish almost completely now. But Biggie will start trying to get the pace going here. Solid use out of the shield for Biggie. Shield spell's pretty big as well. Ocre might be able to pick it up though. And we have Pain Cat for Biggie, that is something. Something to continue pushing forward. Of course, Ocre might just continue onward. I think Ocre getting a bit stuck there with the cat, trying to dig. But it does have those glass slippers, so the goo won't be a huge problem there. Very swarmy 4-3 for Biggie. I'm going to spend a bit of time dealing with enemies here. Additional move dig for Biggie as well. Ocre going down to half a heart. losing the glass armor to getting snagged with the cat while trying to move dig, but does have a curse potion to drink. Biggie uses Earth Tomes to quickly kill off Deep Blues. Ocre with a very aggressive push here. Finding a potion as well, but no red hearts to use that potion with at the moment. As Biggie continues to push forward in a much more comfortable position. Applying the pressure on Ocre, forcing Ocre's hand play a bit extremely aggressively here, but Ocre is definitely someone who can make up quite a bit of time. However, it might be too late. First potion is good because it summons potions. Ocre only making their way down to zone 5. It's Biggie. Easy dead ringer. We'll opt for fast left side scoots here. And we'll be able to finish that fight with a flawless. No time to check chests, as Ocre does have one heart to use the potion with, but obviously that's a bit of a weak potion. As we have a shield bug for Biggie. Having quite a lot of time to work with here, but not all the time in the world. So this Necrodancer fight, these lures are going a bit slowly. Nonetheless, 2 hits left as Ocre opts for fast left side scoots as well. Good bomb for Biggie there. Finishing off the Necrodancer with a pretty slow time of 12:11. Race room. Pretty lackluster seed to start off with, but Biggie managing to pick up something. However, Ocre knowing exactly where to go, not needing to do the experimentation to figure everything out in Zone 2 in order to get such a good build. Nonetheless, first loot will go to Biggie. Did Biggie reset? Yes, Biggie reset twice on 1-1. He reset once after bombing the tier 3 wall, finding out it's a pawnbroker. That's the first reset, and then walking up to check the normal shop, and then resetting once more in order to not have to walk back to... in order not to backtrack. It's excellent. Excellent resets. But we are off on our second seed now. Biggie using an early bomb to pick up the early Ring of Strength. Ocre might want to reset from that. Depends on what is in this black. Yes, that longsword along with that ring is a pretty solid start. Tier 2 cracked wall for Ocre as well. Ocre doing a bit of a roundabout backtracking here. relying on Biggie to find out where the items are. And looks like this tier 2 cracked wall will remain unchecked, as that Ring of Strength is definitely a solid pickup to go along with this Blood Longsword. Biggie finding a trapdoor, but will spend a bit of extra time here checking for items. We'll be able to kill the giant zombie, but we have a bit of a bounce trap situation for Biggie here. It's going to get hit by the leprechaun, and also cannot pick up that pile of gold because we'll get trapped. But Biggie realizing that and not trapping themselves, having to take a spike trap hit as we go down. King Konga won at about the same time. Biggie's going to get the benefit of being able to screen watch here, probably. Purple is a great item. Biggie screen watching will definitely check purple here. Pretty much build parity here, except Biggie opting for the goo boots instead of the holy water. Did get leapt, though. Money is a thing, but that boss gold will help buy the items that Biggie wants. Hello, Capped Piplup. And we have a bit of Minotaur wrangling for Biggie. He's going to be able to get the glass shop open for free. Ocre picking up one bomb. Bomb situation for Ocre is much worse. But it is a bit early. You need to worry about that. Don't know what Biggie was trying to do there, running so far away from the golem. Maybe taking a peek a bit down for the trapdoor. Ocre finding a scroll of need. We'll use it for armor, but it will just be leather armor. Definitely could be worse. And Biggie checking black for a gold bow. There is Old Faithful simply laying on 3-1. Biggie not being able to edge out any kind of build advantage here. Likely what they're hoping for. Nonetheless, Ocre continues on to Core Rift. So we have a boss shrine hit for Biggie. Taking piercing along with the damage up would not be bad for Biggie, which is exactly what Biggie will do. Will piercing be enough to let Biggie catch up here? We have a kill for Ocre for some big digs along with a map. That looked like a telemonkey take. Some kind of teleport into the shop that I missed. There's an urn on Ocre's side, but no time to check. I knew widen this gap as much as possible, but going down to a green Banshee. As Biggie finds a potion. We'll lose the glass shovel. But nonetheless, a lot of saves to work with now. And a reasonably safe build. We have Old Faithful with 3 damage. Along with Piercing, which is definitely a great item to have. How was the last race in our set? What about it? I feel like we both could have played better. Kinda got memed on by a bounce trap, but part of that was my fault for not paying attention. We have some big digs along with a map for Biggie. We'll take the same items as Ochre. Slow play has been activated for Biggie. Unbroken Glacier, yeah? If you found your footing earlier, could have been a great race, but I feel like it took some time for us to get in the groove. And what is this? A golden staff pickup for Biggie just to crack open this urn. Don't hate that at all. All kinds of gold next to the urn. Very easy setup. Ham, Bomb Spell, and Obsidian Cutlass for Biggie. So, pretty happy position there to be in. Urn. Biggie actually having the time, not needing to continue pushing here. And there's a heavy plate for Biggie. Very likely gonna be a kill. Using 1 bomb and parries in order to take out the shopkeeper. So, pretty efficient. Going on the shopkeeper there. Utilizing the tools, not just doing the 2 bomb thing. And a bit of a confused enemy for situation for Biggie here. Biggie finding the helmet, not having anything in the helm slot, will gladly take that extra half a heart of protection, because why not? Obsidian shovel. That was a shop that killed me. But anywho, Biggie continuing to slow play down into deep blues. King purple for some transmute tomes. Already pretty happy in the rings and spells department for Biggie. But can be slightly better. Not sure exactly what Biggie would be looking for there. Possibly regen. I believe Ocre got leather armors, just like last time. Out of the need. So Ocre knowing exactly what armor they'd get, but still taking the leather. Leather can definitely save your life. Any armor is better than no armor. And pretty good spell usage for Biggie here. Good parries as well. Just walking up to the Earth Dragon as if the Earth Dragon is nothing. Shopkeeper is dead for Biggie. Looks at Ariello. Hey, I mean... I mean, wouldn't you want to pick up that juicy armor? Who cares if you aren't doing low percent anymore, right? That armor's just there, just stacking on like 9 heavy glasses when running Arya. You have left side spawns for Biggie, it will be lures. Ocre, meanwhile, on the run back in 4-1 already, but still. Such a late death. It's going to be a bit unsurmountable. flawless for Biggie. Moving on to the Necrodancer fight. And on to phase 2 of the Necrodancer. Ocre. Back to where they were before. Bit of a PowerPoint going on. But they will conquer what killed them earlier. As Biggie is 1 hit left on the Necrodancer fight, we have a .T with a race from time of 11:34. Another relatively slow run, but as to be expected, given the late death out of Ocre. Those Banshees hit hard, I believe doing a whole 3 damage. With only leather armor, that'll still do 2.5 hearts. And that will be what takes out Ocre in 4-2. Nonetheless, GG's! We move on to our 3rd race, which hopefully Ocre will be able to find something. Definitely able, someone capable to put in a loot on the board against Biggie. But some pretty unfortunate deaths, not having a weapon or just getting one-shot by a Banshee after getting confused. But hopefully Ocre can move past those deaths and do something in this 3rd and final seed. Better than no armor. Yeah, for memes. It's better in some way, you do more damage. That means it's better, right? This is totally ignore the downsides. Pretty nice seed going into this. So let's see what happens. Chest for Biggie. Biggie's just gonna walk past it, not seeing it, I don't think. Biggie is definitely not someone who just walked by a chest like that. As Ocre's stream freezes up once more, I am gonna restart that. And yeah, Biggie's definitely not someone who just walked by a chest like that. And we have a kill for this Blood Shopkeeper. Armor's the only definite take here. But we'll see what the races do. Biggie leaving the dub behind, taking the golden harp. Ocre will opt to keep the harp. And we have some cookies for Biggie. Using the blood drum. Using the blood drum, swapping off to the blood drum, swapping off to the cookies, swapping back and forth in order to utilize the blood drum here, but Biggie's swapping off to Obsidian Bow as well. We'll be able to get some blood drum hits from far away, but as Ocre continues on. Good fireballs there after getting grabbed by a monkey. Does not have the regen that Biggie was able to pick up. Ocre blood magicking this barrel open. Trying to find something, but Biggie, even with this bow, or maybe especially with this bow, we'll have the build advantage. Very good fireball for Biggie there to clear out the hallway filled with enemies. And picks up a torch as well, which Ocre will also find. Biggie checking the tier 3 wall for the worst food shop possible. But nonetheless, food shop's still a food shop. An apple and empty heart container, along with gluttony in the back pocket, which will be extra helpful with the ring of regen. Biggie dealing with Deep Blues very well. Sniping off Deep Blues there, using the bow. Don't often see good bow plays because we don't often see bow. Ocre, meanwhile, with the base rapier. Probably that is a swap for Biggie, if Biggie wants that, but he seems to be dealing with the bow very well. And Ocre picking up some spiked ears. Definitely good to go with the base rapier. Nice pairing to have, as long as the spiked ears are kept alive. The issue is Ocre is only on half a heart. Keeping spiked ears alive while not being able to take any hits can definitely pose some tricky situations to the player. And in this lock shop for Biggie, just so much health. Along with the gluttony charm still as well. But Biggie's passing on the boots of pain. I kind of don't understand that. Has this much health to work with, and a ring of regen as well. Ocre picking up a potion though. Still doesn't want to use that potion right away. Wants to get value out of it. So I mean, using it now would still be value, but preferably not to take any hits. A tame spear in black for Biggie. Yes, but swapping off pain isn't that much of a big deal. If you have pain, then your selection of weapons that are viable greatly goes up. Thinking Shrine for Biggie, we'll take it for a flail. And we'll not swap to it. Biggie with a world of safety. Ocre popping that potion. Going against this build, it's going to be hard to find something, but finds Move Dig and a Ring of Peace. That is definitely something for Ocre here. Biggie, however, getting a Move Dig as well, so the advantage there will be diminished pretty much immediately. But Biggie swapping off to City and Crossbow. That's... Is planning to do something with Blood Drum, I guess? But that is odd. That is an odd take. Biggie seems to be favoring the bows this scene, taking the Obsidian bow earlier, doing pretty well with it, and now taking the Obsidian crossbow. Meanwhile, on Ocre's end, finding a freeze spell. So, as long as Ocre keeps these spiked ears alive, should be able to leave Biggie behind. But nonetheless, Biggie probably picked up this crossbow for a reason. And Biggie finding a good shot, but has to get moving. I think he's just ignoring that chop in order to keep moving on as Biggie's fallen the floor behind. A very good fireball to take out the sarcophagus for Biggie, but Ochre with a pretty good amount of damage for death metal. Biggie going down to 1 damage into the death metal fight, but blood drum. Unless, I think Ochre used the blood drum as well. That is a good point. Well, these racers don't have enough... Oh, enough bombs! But, oh, okay, there's health for Ochre. Ochre should be able to blood drum out the stage now. Despite spending a bomb to get that, but his Ochre does not continue taking hits. Biggie going down to low health. We'll be able to catch up here. And has a potion in tow for all those empty hearts. A map on BiggiEmac's side will allow Biggie to find the way to the exit. And we are about even with a right side spawn for Dead Ringer. Ochre opting for Freeze Earth. Meanwhile, Biggie doing the freeze and blood drum. And Ochre actually having to do butt puzzles after that. Leaving quite a bit of space for Biggie here. Biggie not getting cornered. Thankfully. And Ochre going down. That was a good attempt at trying to figure something out there with the blood drum, but not a good position to be in. Just take a hit from the Necrodancer. Definitely having to do something in order to catch up with Biggie's health pool here, but that will be it. Biggie will take this 3-0 for Ochre. Race from time of 8:45, so something that's actually more suitable for an Obsidian race.